Alright. Both teams know what's going on now. Here we go. 19 seconds till these gates open. I'm ready to go, man. So we have a Turbo with a Holy Pally versus a God Comp with a Holy Pally. It's the invasion of the Holy Pallies, man.
The invasion of the Holy Paladins, the righteous invasion.
The righteous invasion.
It's the cleansing.
It's the cleansing. Yeah, I like that. Alright, here we go. The gates have opened. This God Comp not pushing in just yet. Both teams kind of playing it safe, but it looks like, oh, Joe Fernandez, he wants to get in there. Jumping on that Shadow Priest. Alera? I like Alera. Full Polymorph goes on to Swapsy, but he's just going to get dispelled instantly. DR Poly onto Swapsy out of that. The deep onto Boatar. This God Cop's looking for the setup, but I don't know if they have it just yet. The double fear goes out. Swapsy's going to continue to sit in it, though. And Joe Fernandez looks like it's the kill target for now for the God Cop.
They denied that poly so well. They storm bolted him. He trinketed into a full hex, and he doesn't have deker, so they're going for the kill into Joy Fernandez. Horrify into Hodge right now. Uses the regen to try and heal through it. Botar's going to use the Avenging Wrath as well. He's saving the execution sense. He's splitting his cooldowns up a little bit more than you would expect, and he kind of has to against a setup comp like this. The storm bolt onto Alera. Denounce is coming in offensively. Swaps his poly. Gets dispelled. Recklessness is blown by Joy Fernandez. He's going to get polyed on it. Unfortunately, just going bah, bah, bah. I want to swing, bah. Let me out of this. He's going to finally leave the polymorph charge onto Jose right now. Holy Pro's Avenging Wrath can be fading in 5 seconds. That's when we're looking for both teams to turn up the pressure.
Yep, looks like Jose OL is going to be the kill target for the Turbo now instead of the Shadow Priest. He's getting chunked a little bit here. The Stoneboard goes out onto Holy Pros now, and it looks like they're going to swap it over to Alera. Alera now dipping down to 50% health here. Both these wizards are dipping a little bit low. Jose doesn't have his Water Elemental, which could be detrimental as the game goes on. Swapsy now taking a bit of damage. He's just going to press that Sham Rage. He's not going to be greedy with it. Boatar put into that DR Polymorph on top of it. Swapsy still dipping low. There's the DP coming out and the Orb. Swapsy is taking a lot of damage. He still has Sham Rage for a couple more seconds here, but it looks like he's going to be okay as Boatar's out of the CC finally.
Yeah, and they're hexing Jose constantly. It's going to break to the damage. Hodge into Alera. Fear onto Holy Pros. Seems like they're bouncing around to everyone right now. Now hitting Alera and the remainder of that Hodge. Polly's onto Joey Fernandez. Getting dispelled by Botar immediately, though. Alera still taking quite a bit of damage. Holy Pros got locked out there. Now he's spamming the Flash of Lights. He's going to get Storm Bolted. Alera's getting pressured. He uses a Vampiric Embrace as well as the Amplify Magic together to try and get some extra healing. Fear lands. Swapsy with no Sham Rage could be in trouble here. Hodge is available out of the Horrify. Botar is going to dispel the Hodge immediately. I didn't even see the Hodge. Alera taking a lot of damage now. Silence onto Botar. He doesn't have War Master. He's going to trinket the Silence. Throws a Hodge onto Holy Pros. Trying to push in for the kill onto Alera. He's going to leave that. Pop the Avenging Wrath as well as Execution Sense to top off Alera, though. He's going to be fine.
Alera is fine for now. The execution sentence is so much healing, but Holy Pros now taking the brunt of the damage of this Turbo. The full poly goes on the Swapsy. This God Comp doing a great job healing for their Holy Pally. Holy Pros is going to be okay for now. Both teams just kind of trading blow for blow. Alera now taking a bit of the damage from this Turbo Cleave. Holy Pros not into any CC. Should be completely fine. But Joe Fernandez just swapping these targets over, just keeping the pressure going no matter who's out in the open. The Fear goes out onto Boatar, though. He's going to get out of it from the Tremor from Swapsy, but now they're swapping over to Boatar. That was the Horrify into the full Hodge, and he has wall up, but is this going to be enough? He might have to press something else. Save of the Light's going to proc. Full Silence going out. The wall's going to fade at this point. Boatar's just trying to get out of line of sight of this God Comp, but he looks like he's going to be okay for now, but now the God Comp on the back foot.
Yeah, they're on the back foot, definitely. The Hex onto Jose, Hodge onto Holy Pros. Joey Fernandez goes for the Recklessness, though, breaking it, going ham on the Holy Pros. He's going to trinket, taking so much collateral damage, pushing onto Jose now. He's going for the Polymorphs. They're going to land the full poly here. He pops the Die by the Sword, preemptively answering the Devouring Plague, as well as the Ice Novus here. Well-timed Die by the Sword by Joey Fernandez, keeping him offensive onto Jose here, but with no CC on the Holy Pros, he's going to be able to keep his God Comp up just fine. Now popping the Avenging Wrath as well, extending his lead even further. The Horrify onto Joey Fernandez into the full Hodge now. He's going to get dispelled by Botar once again, and it's really important that those Hodges stick.
It's so important that those Hodges stick. It's their whole setup, man. It makes him so deadly. But there's the full Hodge and the Holy Pros into the full Fear, and Jose taking a bit of damage. The cross CC of the Stormbolt, man, he's at 50% health here, and it's a 3v1. Jose just trying to get those polys out, trying to get his team a bit, get more control from his team. The full Fear goes out on the Botar, but it's going to get tremored again from Swapsy. And the Mass Spell Effect coming out from the Turbo, and this whole God Comp is just getting chunked. Both the Mage and the Priest now at 50% health here. Alera, he's dipping down to execute sentence. He's just going to go down without dispersing. I believe he did have a disperse available to him.
Alera.
Down goes Alera. There it is. I mean, we saw with your games yesterday, man.
Damn it.
Uh-oh.
Oh my
I didn't have a
god.
program open.
Oh my god.
Sorry,
He
no
did
replay for that,
4.3.
D-Matt.
He did 4.3 million. Yeah, everyone else did 1.8.
Oh my gosh, I want a warrior on my team, man. Can I borrow Losa from you? I need some siege breaker in my life, man.
You can't have my siege breaker.
I can't have your siege breaker. You won't share?
Mm-mm.
Oh.
That's mine.
Alright, guys. The very first map's gonna go to Toxic Youth. And here we go. Up next. I'm not sure what the CR of that comp is, Raikou.
Changing my headset.
Not sure.
This one sucks. Ugh.
Asking down goes Jose. Jose didn't go down though. Alera did. Did Siegebreaker get buffed? No, it's just a hidden amazing ability apparently.
Warriors to take. Swifty found it actually. Nobody knew about it until Swifty took it.
Oh man, Swifty changing the meta PvP.
He's an innovator.
He is.
He found the secret for me to beat RMD.
Swifty is an innovator, isn't he?
He actually is. He's the
Dude, like the one-shot macro, Swifty.
You think like I can't lose fear? That's way too important. And then you're just like, well, if the mage is dead, I don't need fear.
For real. All right, guys. The next map is going to be on Ruins of Lordaeron. What's the cooldown of Siegebreaker? Alright guys, welcome to Ruins of Lordaeron. Here we go. It is a best of 3 series between Toxic Youth and down goes Jose. Can this Holy Pally God Comp bring it back against this Holy Pally Turbo? We're going to find out here in just 23 short seconds as these gates will open here very shortly.
I know every second is the same duration as every other second.
Well, but that's not true. Because like, you know, like when you're at work and like it takes forever for like 6 minutes to go by? See?
Yeah, but in reality, it's actually going by just as fast.
It's true. It's true.
The mind trick.
It's all mind games, man. Looks like
Lotar's actually the first person up onto the tomb. Jose building up the icicles. The Hodge onto Alera is going to get dispelled immediately, though. Swapsy finally catching up. He did hide his Fire Elemental Totem inside of the room, so this Fire Elemental is going to stay alive for the full duration, giving him a little bit more pressure. Swapsy trying to get the pressure onto Alera. Denounce is coming in from Botar as he's taking the tomb. Stormbolt onto Holy Pros. Poly onto Swapsy to try and help out Holy Pros as he's leaving that Stormbolt here. Jose blinks in for the Polymorph. He's going to get reflected on it, going for it once again. He's going to get locked out. Good denial from Toxic Youth.
I love that denial. And they always are cleaving down the water elemental, so Jose's constantly trying to bring back that water Ellie. But there's the polymorph, another DR polymorph onto Botar, the Hodge, and the Joe Fernandez. He's going to use that regen, the triple DR polymorph onto Botar, but Joe Fernandez looks like he's going to be completely fine for now. The full Hodge onto Holy Pros. Now they're swapping her back over onto Jose, LOL, and Alera. Alera's taking a bit of damage. The full Hex goes out onto Jose, and there's no removal of that from the Holy Paladin. The Stormbolt going out onto Alera, and it looks like Joe Fernandez wants to hop onto the Shadow Priest for now. But both Holy Pally's not into any CC, Swapsy, and then DR polymorph. This Holy Pally God Comp's just looking for their setup, and this Turbo's doing a great job of denying it.
Yeah, Joey Fernandez is getting set up on the Horrify. He's going to trinket that, throw out the Masterfleck to try and get the Hodge, but Holy Pros didn't throw out the Hodge. They're just going to wait, bide the time. They even baited out the Avenging Wrath. They're going to poly him up on it, maybe pursue through it. Jose getting pressured by Swapsy, and Joey Fernandez, though, throws down the Comet Storm. Joey Fernandez preemptively die by the sword right now. The Fear comes out onto Botar. Swapsy's not Tremor just yet. He does get the Tremor out, though, in time to get him out of the CC. Divine Play comes on to Joey Fernandez. Die by the sword has faded. Hodge onto Holy Pros, though, trying to counter pressure. Poly's onto Swapsy, dispelled immediately. Full Fear onto Holy Pros. Alera's got to be careful. He went down with Dispersing last time. Save, but the Light's going to proc. They cut through it. Gets the Disperse off at 30%. The Ore Master used as well to answer the Recklessness out from Joey Fernandez, but a good trade from the part of down goes Jose.
Yeah, it's a good thing, too. I think he might have went down, but there's the full Hex again on the Jose, and he's going to get broken out of it as they're going to swap the damage over onto him. Joe Fernandez jumping right back onto Alera, though, looking for those kicks Boatar, though, he's running in for that Hodge. He gets the full Hodge, the Stormbolt onto Alera as well. He's taking a bit of damage, and so is Jose. I mean, this God Comp is on the back foot the whole game, it would feel. The full Fear on the Boatar and the Poly on the Swapsy. It's a 3v1 on Joe Fernandez, but they didn't get much done. The Horrify comes out now in the full Polymorph into the full Hodge, but Boatar's going to trinket and get him out of that Hodge. That was a nice trinket, just stopping all this momentum from this God Comp, but it's not over just yet. Joe Fernandez still dipping. He's got the Rage regen going on, and then you got the Deep Freeze on the Boatar into the triple DR Polymorph, and it looks like he's going to be okay for now. The full Hodge goes out onto Holy Pros, and this Turbo wants to switch it back around.
Yeah, and they're rotting the entire team. Holy Pro's Avenging Wrath execution senses himself. Thankfully, he still had that up for a few more seconds. A full fear onto Botar. Swapsy trinketed, but he's not tremoring it. He's going for the Hex to deny any more CC out from Jose LOL here. Holy Pro's in the backline, topping his team off now. He does have his trinket in his bubble, but it's not the things you really need to heal through a turbo. You really want the Avenging Wrath and Ore Master to heal through the damage. Now he's caught into his Stormbolt. Alera getting pressured with the Colossus Smash coming out from Joey Fernandez. The Blade Storm as well. He's trying to feather and kite away, but Joey Fernandez is relentless to save by the light's going to proc as a result. Now trying to turn it around with a poly onto Botar. Joey Fernandez into the full Hodge. He has the trinket. He's going to trinket and die by the sword. Immediately answering this aggression, trading off really well. Now Fear landed onto Botar as well as Swapsy. Joey Fernandez not out of the woods. Devouring play coming up once again from Jose, throwing out the Stormbolt onto Holy Pros. Unfortunately, it was DR'd. They do lock Jose on the poly, pressuring him. He's going to blazing speed over here. He's got full icicles built up. The next CC chain could be deadly for Joey Fernandez if this God Comp can sustain themselves.
Yeah, I mean, if they land that CC chain, the cross CC, Joey Fernandez could be in a lot of trouble here. But I mean, this Turbo is doing a great job the whole game, just preventing that stop. There's the Fear onto Holy Pros, and Alera could be in a bit of trouble here. He does have Disperse available to him. With Swapsy now taking a whole bunch of damage. He's in that shot range. He got locked out on Hex, though. The full Fear goes out into Botar. Saved by the Light's going to proc into the Deep Freeze. Ore Mastery's still up for them, but he's not getting any of the casting done. The triple DR Hodge goes out. Swapsy could be okay, but Jose, on the other hand, is forced into that block.
Yeah, they're answering the recklessness constantly and consistently, but I really feel their aggression onto Swapsy was mistimed. Like, Joey Fernandez had nothing left. If they just kept going after him, they could have maybe put him into the ground, but now they're falling behind. Holy Pro's Avenging Wrath is going to be fading. Aleria's getting denounced, spammed over and over. Offensively using the Avenging Wrath now for damage. Swapsy's getting topped off just fine as a result as well. Swapsy getting swapped to now with no Shaman Rage for 15 seconds. Jose blinks in to try and get the full poly. Gets Mass Reflected on it, denying it, and then he gets pummeled on the remaining poly. He does get put into the Deep Freeze. Botar did use the sacrifice as well. He's trying to line of sight and avoid this. The Frostjaw going to come out nonetheless, though. A Hex onto Jose, denying the polymorph off the Frostjaw once again, though, from Swapsy. And he's going to pop the Ascendance, get the aggression onto Alera, trying to force that dispersion right here and right now with a Stormbolt onto Holy Pros. He pops the Ore Mastery with his on-use trinket, trying to top off Alera. He's going to Spectral Geyser as well to dodge some of the damage. The Ascendance not forcing the cooldowns that it needed to, though.
Yeah, not when it needed to. I mean, he still has the Disperse available to him. Jose still has a bubble, or a block, and Holy Pros has a bubble. So this God Camp's is still in a good spot. But there's the Horrify onto Swapsy. Swapsy's going to just use that Shaman Rage. Saved by the Light's going to proc as well. Boatar into that Deep Freeze. Can they make anything happen out of that? Doesn't look like this Turbo just stopping all of the control. The full Hodge goes out onto Holy Pros. Jose getting that that Polymorph Mass Spell Reflected back onto him. And Boatar is not going to eat any more of that CC. And now, this Holy Pally God Comps on the back foot. Their full Fear goes out onto Holy Pros, and Swapsy, they want to connect. It looks like they might actually be splitting DPS here. Swapsy preventing all the CC from Jose, and while Joe Fernandez is just dipping down Alera.
Yeah, and Holy Pros is slowly going out of mana. Dampening finally now in as well. It's going to tax them even harder. He does top off Jose, and now they're charging over to Alera, trying to set up onto Swapsy. I believe the Paralyzed got the Horrify got dispelled immediately, though. Mass Reflect comes out on the Polymorph, denying it once again. Swapsy's right on Jose's tail as well to deny any more CC. Shaman Rage coming up in 7 seconds. Jose's not going to be able to capitalize on it. They're trying to kill him in this window. He's going to use the Nature Swiftness and heal himself up with the Silence and the Deep onto Botar. A bit of an overlap here. Jose gets locked on the Polymorph once again, denying the CC. Swapsy with the Devouring Plague, though, has the Shamanistic Rage available as Botar goes into the full poly. He's going to bubble it, actually, trying to keep Swapsy as offensive as he can. He should be able to dispel the Hodge here shortly. They MD the bubble off, though, and land the full Fear. He's going to get tremored out by Swapsy. Jose now on the back foot, pushing in so aggressively here. Holy Pros had to trinket, and he trinketed into a full Hodge. Alaria getting pressured as well now. Botar into the Frostjaw. Recklessness coming out. Alaria's got to be careful. 30% HP here. Bladestorm as well coming onto him. He's going to be able to avoid the damage, trying to counter pressure with the Devouring Plague and get some extra healing, but Holy Pros just can't catch up.
Yeah, I mean, we're at 12% dampening here, and this turbo is relentless. The Lair now dipping lower and lower. This might be as dispersed as the Stormbolt goes out into Holy Pros, and the bubble is forced, and the disperse. I mean, this turbo, we're in dampening at this point, and they're going to get a lot. Boatar, though, in that full fear. Swapsy and the Horrified. This could be a lot of damage on the Swapsy. Swapsy into the silence. Out of that, the full poly on the Boatar. The deep freeze on the Swapsy. This is devouring play. Saber the Light's going to prop, and it's going to get chewed right through. Swapsy still not out of the water just yet. At 65% health here, the full Hodge lands in the Boatar, but down goes Jose. It's a little bit too offensive
no block
there.
Jose, man. Down goes Jose.
Down goes Jose. That is their team name. I mean.
Oh. Like it. That damage.
That damage. I mean, this turbo, I think when it comes to this Holy Pally God Comp, it really put, going up against the turbo, the synergy is put to the test. Because this turbo cleave did a great job, like, stopping all that CC and preventing the momentum of the control from this Holy Pally God Comp. But you really got to use and abuse, like, that instant CC, like Hodges and Horrifies, to allow your mage to